Well, that's a good question for which I'm not having an extremely specific answer. First of all, uh, when we talk about Jesus, uh, God become human, we are talking about a hypostatic union. That is the union of two natures in one person. So we don't normally say, oh, this is Jesus as God, he did it. Jesus as man, he did it. No, no, no. I think somewhere I read that it is analogous to the seamless robe, for which when the soldiers cast
Wow.
lots, they decided not to tear it. So that is the kind of a nature that Jesus had. Now,
Wow.
let me tell you that there is a beautiful verse on which you don't hear many sermons on Good Fridays. That is Hebrews 9:14, where all the three persons of the Trinity are mentioned in the context of the crucifixion. How much more shall the blood of Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to God, cleanse your consciences from dead works to serve the living God? Now, I heard Mava Dawn make this comment almost. I didn't ask her the question. She and I were in the same lift. She was in a wheelchair. We were going up just two floors. She turns to me. We don't know each other. We have never met. She looks at me and says, Hebrews 9:14. That is,
Yeah.
it is through the Holy Spirit the relationship within the Trinity was kept intact. Even as Jesus was crying out, my God, why have you forsaken me? All that was left was his marks on his physical body, which we can say will be an eternal result of the crucifixion. When we are raised from the dead, I don't know whether we'll have any physical infirmities or abnormalities, but Jesus will always be seen as a lamb who has been slain. So I think that's a very beautiful uniqueness. Going a little further, Charles, when people have said there are so many ways to salvation and so on, my friends from other faiths, I used to quickly and briefly explain the suffering
Mhm.
of the cross. And then to tell them this is a high price that God had to pay. If there was any other way of salvation, it would not have been as costly for God as this one. Don't you think he would have taken those other ways?
Mm.
That is one way to get them to consider the cross more seriously.